Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to United View. Welcome to a Flex's View, an emergency Flex's View, because I tell you what, we are in free fall. The end is near. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, we have to wake up and smell the coffee here. It's all over, in my opinion. It's done. Okay? We can't carry on like this. After last night's 4-0 destruction of Man United, there's no way back under this regime, under this manager. There's no way back, and there's so much changes incoming at the club that it's just about getting on and doing them now. There's nothing left to check. There's no due diligence left to sort out. It's clear. We can see it, with how we play football, with the lack of idea of what we're trying to do, the lack of sort of the lack of how to get out of this mess. It is over. It really, really is. And again, I saw some of Jamie Carragher's analysis yesterday, and I'm seeing Man United fans again. Oh, you just the scouse thing, and wake up, guys, wake up. It was the same thing I pushed back on when he done that show, when he done that Monday Night Football after we played Fulham, and just dissected our midfielder, how big it is. He also dissected how we played against Sheffield United. That straight after half time, he has a clip of where we kick off, the ball goes back to Onana, and you've got Harry Maguire and can't remember the other centre half that are there, probably Casemiro, and we just go long like it's the tactic. Nobody comes short to play for the ball. Nobody comes for the 3-1-6 box midfield bullshit that we keep hearing. Nobody came to do that. It was Dallo making a run from out to in to go over the top, long ball to Dallo from Onana. That was the game plan. How many times have we seen us doing that? So all of this, he is doing his build up play, and you can see what we're trying to do. It's not there. Then the pushback to that is, it's because he hasn't got the players, so now playing that. But he just told us in the in the thing with Gary Neville that he thought about playing more defense. He thought about switching up the style, but I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean? So what is the plan when you have midfielders in there like Kobe Mainu and Christian Eriksen and things like that, like who can actually play with the ball? Who's going to mark the space? You have to be more pragmatic. He told us he don't want to do it. So yeah, Eric Ten Hag understands that these licks are going to keep coming. In this where we are, we're going to get more licks. It's as simple as that. And I think there's this sort of this reluctance to sort of look at what's going on and just say it as it is. Forget the internet for 1 second. Forget that, you know, people don't want to say the phrase, Ten Hag out, and you don't want another manager sacked, and it feels, this, that, and the other. I don't want to say that. I don't want a manager to lose his job. I don't want to hound someone out. I'm not, you don't have to call someone names and shout and swear and cuss and all that thing. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to look with your eyes and call what you're seeing for what it is, which is totally over. Do you know what I mean? You can't lose games in the way that we lose games. Jamie Carragher went one further. He said no Man United team should lose 4-0 to Crystal Palace. If even you had the youth team coming out that had been well coached, they wouldn't lose 4-0. 4-0. Like, this is a new level of worse than mediocrity, guys. Like, what I think's now scary, and I'm at that point, I think it's scary, in my opinion, how some of us are accepting this. Personally, I feel that it's more scary that some of us are looking at that and going, oh, it just needs a bit more time. I think it's too lazy to just blame the injuries. Let me make this absolutely abundantly clear, yeah? The injuries are a huge part of not having a consistent team, not playing exactly the way that you want to play. Absolutely, I agree with that. To not say that it's not part of it, that's just an agenda against Eric Ten Hag and you don't like him. All right? I agree with that. You can't have that many injuries and expect to be completely fluent, etc., etc. But to blame the injuries as a reason why he should automatically be given more time, and to blame the injuries to say that it's acceptable to be dissected and torn apart in every single game we play, facing 17 shots on average every game, only second to Sheffield United, who've been one of the worst teams we've ever seen in the Premier League. To have that as a mitigating circumstance, it means you automatically get more time under the circumstances that we are in, to me, is scary. It doesn't make any sense to me. What we're in danger of doing is accepting a new level of low. Like, do you understand what's about to happen? Arsenal are about to slap us for minimum 5. That's what's about to happen. Newcastle are going to come on Wednesday, whatever the scoreline's going to be. They're going to slap us. Like, then Brighton away. Like, do you understand what's actually going to happen here? We are 8th. We are 8th. We're not even going to make Conference League, which is a good thing, I suppose. I don't want to being, and that's even worse. But we're accepting new lows. Like, when Jose went through this, we didn't accept it. When Ollie went through this, we definitely didn't accept this. So why do we accept it now? It's okay to say, like, it just didn't work, you know? And again, I keep reverting back to actually what really matters, and that's Ineos. And if you're them, if you're looking at what is there, why would you keep it? And that brings me to the players, because I know that's when a lot of you are going to scream and say, what about these players? These players are getting away with it. Well, let's talk about the players, actually. Where are the players? Let's talk about the players. The players that he's actually playing right now, that because we're decimated with injury, that, like, there was this thing on Twitter yesterday, everyone saying that, 9 of that team is his team. Well, I'm looking at Onana, not good enough. That's on the manager. I'm looking at Anthony, not good enough. That's on the manager. Rasmus Højlund, his signing, like, we're seeing deficiencies in Rasmus's game. Of course, he's young and needs time and stuff like that. But his signing, that you can't just take the signings away. They're either his signings or they're not his signings. Christian Eriksen was his signing, but look at him now. It's just, absolutely way off it. Johnny Evans was his signing. Now, I get the caveat to that. Shouldn't be there. That's Glazonomics. I understand that. I give that to him. But he signed underneath him. Who else is there? Mason Mount. We haven't seen the plan all year, but he's been injured all year, so we've got to wait till next year to see if he can actually, play. Sofian Amrabat. Finished, nothing. Casemiro signed on his watch. He's got to retire. He's been told to retire by Jamie Carragher. He's getting embarrassed, falling on the floor, can't tackle, can't move, can't run, can't think. Like, £70 million signing under Eric Ten Hag, who Eric Ten Hag did gas up in the presser in the interview with Gary Neville. But again, we have to do the whole, of course he's going to say that thing. No, it's signed on his watch, guys. Like, stop making excuses. I'm done with the excuses. Owen said it a couple of weeks ago on the show. And he's so right. Like, it's just excuses. It's okay to just say, we got this wrong. It didn't work. And just because of the fact that Bayern Munich want him, that doesn't mean that it's right for him to be here. Give me Thomas Tuchel then. Do you know what I mean? Bayern Munich also tried to get Thomas Tuchel back, but you don't want him. Bayern Munich also want Ralf Rangnick to be their manager. You turn them down. Should Ralf Rangnick come to Man United just because Bayern Munich want him? No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. So we need to wake up and smell this coffee and just stop sort of claiming things that are happening that are just not happening. Like, if we just sit and hope that this will turn itself around under this current regime, this manager, these well, obviously not the players, no one's saying that. Like, we're just in for a shock. I just think Eric Ten Hag's just reached the end. Like, he can't turn this around. Them players last night did not even deserve. They did not deserve that response from the fans. And it's fine. Listen, the away support, I've been there to plenty of away games, as you guys know, and it is support like no other. They are unbelievable fans. Unbelievable fans. And for them fans to do that last night just shows you how amazing them fans are. I dare them same players to do that at Old Trafford. I dare them. 75,000 packed into Old Trafford. Arsenal going to the league. Arsenal the best team in the league, along with Man City. We know how good they are. And on any normal day, you can lose to them. But lose 4-5-0 in the manner that we just lost to Crystal Palace. I'd do it. Do it and see if you get the same reaction. See if you get all the fans clapping. Then when Newcastle come on Wednesday, Isak and them man, Gordon and them man, yeah? Lose 3-4-0 again. I dare you. See what kind of reaction you get then, because it won't be the same. It won't be the same. Like the patience only wears so much. And yes, listen, as fans, of course we'll be there. Like, you know, not supporting a team and just giving up on them and hating them and not being a good fan is just, you know, there's different ways you could do that. And then even if you do just stop watching, I don't blame you. Like, there's different. I wouldn't call you less of a fan or a bad fan for doing that. Actually, I take that back, because some people express their distaste to bad football like that. But you know, I'm still going to be there on Sunday. Don't know why, because I know what's coming. But we watch every game. We support our team. We love the badge. We love the team, which is why we're so pissed off. But I just think instead of the infights, yeah, we just have to look at that what it is. Our manager is a big part of why a lot of them players are there. And let's not get it twisted. Even at times when, even last season when we did have our full team out, like going back to the 7-0 against Liverpool, going back to the licks against Newcastle last year when we lost, I think we lost 2-0, I think, in the end. This year we lost 1-0, should have been 6. Going back to when we got licks off Aston Villa last year after the international break, it was only 2-0, but should have been more. Going back to Arsenal, going back to, you know, when we didn't beat Chelsea, all these teams, Tottenham, like all these teams, right? They happened. All them games did happen when we had our full team last year. Since February last year, we've just been crap ever since, and it's been a downhill spiral. So let's not act like any time we've seen the first team play with the players that he wants, which Ten Hag says he's only had once in 18 months, by the way, which isn't entirely true. But let's not act when we've had, you know, big players playing for us, experienced players playing for us, that the result's any different. There's no scapegoats here. Look, Bruno Fernandes didn't play. He's the problem. Don't keep the ball properly. Too rash. We lost 4-0 without him. Rashford's the problem against Sheffield United. Don't let him play. Look how good we were without Rashford. Play Burnley at home next game. Draw 1-1. Whose fault is it? Rashford didn't play um, yesterday. Whose fault is it? McTominay, he's the problem. Where is he? Like, get him out. This is mediocre. Didn't play. Still shit. Anthony wasn't starting games because it was Garnacho and Rashford. Was still shit. Like, what? How many? I mean, Maguire's finished. Don't play him ever again. God, like, still shit when he don't play. Do you know what I mean? Well, how many more excuses do you want to make? I'm just tired of it. So, yeah, I just think this is only heading one way. I think the end is near. It's sacrificial what's going to happen to us on Sunday. It's going to be awful. Going to be absolutely awful. Embarrassing. Is embarrassing. That's what's going to happen on Sunday. Then it's going to happen again on Wednesday when Newcastle come as well. Okay, because I'm just talking you through what's going to happen. Someone said in the comments yesterday, Flex called exactly what's going to happen yesterday. Man United will lose. Elise will get man of the match. And he'll be doing the interview saying, obviously, yeah, boom, boom, kaboom, done, know the thing. That's what he did. That's what he did. So guess what? This is what will happen on Sunday. Man United will lose. Arsenal will win with ease. Declan Rice will probably be man of the match, or Odegaard or Saka, but probably Rice will be doing the interviews afterwards, saying unbelievable, just unbelievable coming here, tough place to come, and the belief that we've shown we're doing our job. That's what he's going to say. And it's just going to be light work, and Arsenal just move on to their last game of the season, which is who Everton, and I'm going to dust them down and hope City lose some points in between and they carry on about their business. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you now. So, listen, it is what it is. Let me know what you think. I think the end is near. We can't carry on like this. This is not even a rant. As you can see, I got nothing. I'm not doing the whole raising my voice thing anymore and being mad. I'm done with it. You can see what we are. You can see who we are. And you can see what's about to happen. If you can't see it, then I can't help you. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you're thinking as well. I'm out of here. Peace.